The blueprints are an incredible tool. Last time we finally unlocked them, which means now we don't have to manually make these parts of the factories, but if we want to, for example, make this blueprint shape, we can simply copy this whole factory and duplicate it somewhere else. Then we just need to bring those circles from the left side and those squares from the right side. Everything else is basically gonna happen as we've already done that. In this case, that would be quite a waste. Why? Well, that's because this factory is not at all optimized. It takes way too much space, and as you see, there's a lot of cloggage going on. These shapes are barely moving. That is because here we have way too many shapes ready to be rotated and cut, but here we're not getting enough shapes to be stacked in this area. So for example, if I were to duplicate this part, which I can quite easily do by using the blueprints and copy-pasting them here, I can take this conveyor belt, split it into two, so half of the shapes goes to here, the other half goes to here, and then I just need to connect these two outputs. So let's delete all of this, so each of these stackers is gonna have its own input, just like that. This means we should have effectively doubled the speed these quarter shapes are being fed into these stackers, and that should hopefully double the overall output of these. I see that they have already starting to clog up here next to these stackers, which is actually a good thing. That means the stackers are not waiting for any shapes and are working at maximum capacity. That being said, it would be beneficial in this specific case to add more stackers. I'm not gonna bother with that just yet, but later in the game we might need many of these factories and have them as optimized as possible. Since to use a blueprint, so copy and paste a part of an existing factory, we actually need these, the blueprint shapes. We can see them in the top left corner here. So I believe there are gonna be multiple blueprint shapes which we can manufacture, each providing us with different blueprint points, let's say. So now we are manufacturing these shapes, the simple ones, so every shape gives us a single point. We can also take circles and stack them on top of these shapes to get more points. Enough talking. We've unlocked this side goal, which is stacking speed. Increase by additive 50%. Well, that's gonna be useful in this case, so more speed please. That means the cloggage might go away because the speed of these has increased by half. And there are many things we can do now. We can pursue the main goal to unlock space platforms. That might mean we're gonna be able to expand our factory. In the first game, the factory was infinite, which is a shame because there was no reason to optimize your factories. But in this game, the space we've got is limited. If I zoom out even further, it seems we're gonna be able to take these blocks and perhaps attach them to the factory, or maybe simply build out our factory to reach those blocks. Either way, I'm interested to see that. We also need these shapes, that's still the blueprint ones, to increase belt speed. We are slowly working on that, so that's fine. And we can also produce swappers, which is a whole new factory tool. That's nice, swapping parts of shapes, I love it. Also, we can increase our cutting speed. Why not? So first, let's go for the main goal. I want to see if we have a similar shape to this one already somewhere in production. And I can see it right here. So we're producing these L shapes, and we just need to bong a little quarter circle on that. Also, these are produced really slowly, and we're gonna need 400 of those. So let's make this whole thing a little faster. I might just select the whole factory and again copy and paste it. It's not optimized, I don't really care. We're gonna have enough time to optimize later. So split this conveyor belt into here, which means we're gonna produce more of those L shapes. And then we just need what? Quarter circles. These ones. Do we have enough to steal some from here? I don't think so. It seems that the stacker speed increase really helped and we don't have as much cloggage here. So I'm just gonna take a whole new batch of circles. I'm gonna need, let's say, just 2 of those conveyor belts, extractors, and bring this whole conveyor belt along the other one. And let's go all the way around this factory to somewhere here. And now we just need the quarters. This is the way to manufacture quarters. So let's select this part of the factory, copy that and paste it Perhaps somewhere here, since we're gonna have to bring the shapes up there somewhere. Now we need to connect the circles to it, and we need the quarters to be in the bottom left corner. So what I'm gonna do is remove these rotators, and now we have these halves, so I'm gonna rotate them the other way, because then the left part is discarded, isn't it? Yes, I think so. We don't actually have to do it like that, we could just cut them. Yeah, let's double cut it actually. We might have way too many of them then. Anyway, let's rotate this piece like that and have a cutter there, which means this part is already fine. This one we just need to rotate again. Then we can actually merge those two together, because I don't think the speed is gonna be impressive at all. Now again, this we can just copy to here. This we're gonna have to do by hand, so let's rotate, then cut again. We have to do it here. This shape is already fine, and this shape we need to rotate again like that, and we've got it. I am now gonna place a trash can here just to see how fast this whole thing is. In the meantime, I can copy this bit of the factory, place it here, and again we've got those two bits with a trash can. I want to see whether it's clogged up or not. We can now also unlock the belt speed too, so let's do that. The output has cleared up, and I think we're gonna be able to stick this all on a single conveyor belt. Now we just need to have a couple stackers with these, and I don't like that they are this close to the end of the factory. So I'm gonna take these squares and go like that, select this part of the conveyor belt and remove that. And I've accidentally removed this bit as well, so I just clicked the undo button. So let's try again, remove just that bit, because I want some space here. Now select this. Can I cut it? Oh yes, I can. Now I can even rotate. So let's bang it somewhere here. And here we now have space for the stackers. So split this conveyor belt. We're again producing those L shapes. And for now, we're gonna do two. And we need to move these quarters to these stackers, which means this conveyor belt of squares is in the way. What I'm gonna do is create a chute for these. And I can do it like that. So place, and the conveyor belt is gone, and now they are being flung across, as you see here. I love this. But from the top, it doesn't look that impressive, to be fair. No matter, let's just connect these bits to the stackers. So they are coming, and oh, I didn't realize something. They're on the bottom, but we need the circles to be on the top. Okay, well, I need to remove this again, I messed up. So let's connect these first, actually. We might also want to connect the outputs, and now we need the quarters to come to here, but from the top. And I want to do it the smart way, if I can. I also hate that this stacker is moved like that, so I'm gonna move it to here, and this whole thing to here. Now my OCD is happier. You know what? A different approach. Bring these shapes to there like that, and now we can easily take these up a level and connect them to the stackers. That's actually the thing here. We can say, let's go up a level and still connect. And that's how it's in 3D. So we actually do have to use the third dimension in this case. And I can remove this bit and actually elevate this a little earlier, so there's enough room under the belt, so I can connect this to the vortex. Now we're getting these shapes. That's exactly what we want. Now we don't really have enough of these at all, and there's a lot of cloggage, but that's because it took me a while to actually connect these. So let's run it for a while and then see whether we can actually speed this up. And do we even have to? I mean, there's a lot of other things for us to try first. Now let's take those. Yeah, that should be easy as well. We're just gonna steal. Okay, we're not stealing. Let's duplicate this factory again. Oh, come on. I can't place it. Are you kidding me? There isn't enough space just by one row. Oh, that's annoying. So I'm just gonna steal these ones. All right. And I now see we're not getting enough squares here in the blueprints area. So we have enough of those circles, but not enough of these squares here. I think that's because the conveyor belts have sped up, but the extractors haven't. So I'm just gonna add another extractor there, and I think I'm gonna need another one, right? Yeah, perhaps. Why not? They're free after all. So let's add another one as well. That's great. So now we have a full conveyor belt, which means we're soon gonna have full conveyor belt here as well. So faster blueprint shapes. Exactly what we need. Now back to business. I just need these two quarters. I'm gonna split them into two. One is gonna have to be rotated by 180 degrees, so rotate it twice. And then we just need a simple stacker. So actually, let's take this part, elevate it to the second floor, connect this there, and this is the shape that we need. So connect it to the vortex, and we're getting these goal shapes. I hope at least that's the correct one. I haven't seen this check mark there yet, but that might be there just for the main goal. Oh yeah, the check mark is there, because they have finally arrived, and they're being flung into this vortex. Looks amazing. It's gonna get much better, I'm sure of it. We just need 200 of those, so the speed of this might be fine, but it would be really easy to just duplicate this. So let's try that. Put another one there, split this up, again go to the second floor, split this up under that, connect there, connect this. So double the speed, very easy. Wasn't it? Yes, that's still the right shape. Great. Now while the shapes are arriving, let's focus on this shape to increase the cutting speed. So again, I'm gonna look through all the shapes I'm delivering, and I want to see if there is a shape which vaguely resembles this one. And I don't think there is. Do I really have to make it from scratch? I don't really want to do that. The blueprint shape is sort of that, but it's mirrored and only a half of it. We might use the swapper. Now that I'm looking at the map, I think we might not have any colors here. Oh, no, I take it back, there are colors. There are also shapes which are already colored. Okay, and the map is infinite again. So, so what's the difference? Anyway, I don't think I'm gonna be needing these shapes anytime soon. So I'm just gonna delete this bit of the factory. And here we have enough space to do whatever we want. I also don't think we need these shapes, so I'm just gonna delete this bit for a second and maybe just hijack these squares, because I'm gonna need them. So we've got circles and we've got squares. Now we need to make this shape. I think we're gonna need quarters of each. And I've got a quarter maker here. So again, I might just copy this bit. Again, it's not optimized. We should probably do that, but maybe some other time. And I'm gonna wang these right here. So we should be getting quarter of these squares and quarters of these circles. Now we just need to cleverly assemble these together. So we need the quarters to be opposite to each other, meaning we're gonna rotate these like that. Now we just need to stack them together. So now we're getting these shapes. I'm gonna copy this part, place it to here. So we have double the speed, and I basically have to do the same exact thing here, right? So remove these bits, copy that. All right, I have to move this because there isn't enough space, I think. So move this to here, let's say. Select this bit, copy that, rotate, place twice like that. So we have all this. We just need to rotate both of these once, and now we just need to stack them with these squares. So let's do a few more stackers. One here and one there. Connect these to the second floor. These also to the second floor. Connect these in the first floor. We've got these output shapes. Now here we have some crossings, which means that I might have messed up a little. Deliver them to the vortex, and this we just want to somehow bypass. So how do I do that? Let's make it easy and just fling these out of there. So they are being flung to here, and we can just join back to there. That might be an overkill. Anyway, that means these goal shapes are being manufactured. We're slowly getting to cutting speed too. We can unlock the space platforms and the swappers. So let's go with the swappers first. Receives 2 shapes, swaps their west halves, and outputs the result. That's actually pretty awesome. Now the space platforms. Allows new space platforms to be built, expanding our factory. So wait, is it free? Can I just freely build whatever I want? So here we can select asteroid miner and just place it there like that. And then we can simply connect them like that via these conveyor belts. So we've basically created these platforms. Here we can mine these shapes, connect them via these already pre-made conveyor belts with these shooting platforms across, and here we're gonna get the shapes that we want. That's incredible and actually really interesting. So I see that we've unlocked another blueprint shape, which is this one, where the top circle is blue. Looking forward to that. That now almost really resembles that shape from the first game, and we've got some new challenges unlocked since we've unlocked the main goal. I think the swapper is gonna come in handy in this case, but I think these challenges are quite challenging, to be fair. I might just leave it for another time, but really this game doesn't stop surprising me with all that newly added content. It's great.